Let's DIY a pretty rattan bunny for Easter using some of these wreath forms from the Dollar Tree. Now, for the rattan material, you could use like a raffia or whatever you have. I'm actually using grass skirts from the Dollar Tree just because I had that. I tie that onto the wreath form and using a little dot of hot glue to secure it in place, I go across, tie it again. And the point of this is to do it really in a random pattern. I want to cover as much as the wreath form as I can. And when I run out, I just tear it off and I start a new one. So basically, I want to cover this entire bunny body with as much of this as possible. Now, if you don't like the lighter color like this from the grass skirt, you could always stain it with a little brown paint and water or like Antique Wax by Waverly mixed with water. I've done that before. It'll give you a more caramel color on this. But I just keep adding more until I am happy with the random design of all over to kind of make it look like rattan. Once I get this done, I want to make the bunny head. I'm going to do a very similar look to this, and then I'm going to show you how I put it all together. I want the head of my bunny rabbit to be smaller, so I'm using the smaller size wreath form. I'm using the medium and the small one out of the 3-pack. And I'm going to do the same thing over here. Now I will kind of cover up all of the knotting on the wreath form when I outline this to hang it on my wall. And it also helps to give it a little bit more structure. But I want about the same level of coverage as I did on my first one. For the bunny ears, I'm going to use some of the wired jute from Dollar Tree. I just wrap that around the wreath form like that, form a bunny ear, and I'm going to do the same thing here on the other side. You could really use any kind of wire for this, but I find that this is some of the thicker wire that I can find from the Dollar Tree, and it gave me a really good base here. I also secure that with a little bit of hot glue so they will kind of stay standing straight up. And we're also gonna do rattan here. So instead of knotting it, I'm just wrapping it around the jute wire. I found that that was enough to keep it in place, but I do use a dot of hot glue to glue it to the wired jute as I do that. And I'm going to do the same thing here on the other side, wrapping the entire thing. Now to outline the bunny rabbit, I'm going to use some Dollar Tree rope. I think this would look great with my coastal decor, but I really think that this little rattan bunny would go with just about any kind of decor. I'm just using hot glue and I'm securing it over that wire. So basically it's hiding all of the little knots that we made with the grass skirt, also wrapping it around at the top part and giving it a great little bunny silhouette that really makes it pop. I'm going to do the same thing here at the bottom. I'm going to start at the top where I finished at the bottom there on the other one so that my starts and stops on my rope are kind of hidden here. I tie them together with some twine to make a little bunny that is attached to each other. Another hanger up here at the top with just some twine. And then I'm also going to reinforce this a little bit to make it hang properly. Now for the bunny tail, I'm using twine, and you're gonna want something big. I'm just using like a cleaning wipes container, and I wrap that around there a whole bunch. I think I counted maybe 60 or 70 times. I'm gonna tie that off. We're gonna make a giant pom-pom out of this twine. It's really going to go with the style of this bunny. So this can be the back of the bunny rabbit, and you can have a big fluffy bunny tail. I left some of it a little bit longer so I could use that to tie on to my wreath form down here at the bottom of our bunny rabbit. And if it looks a little rough, you can always give it a little haircut there with a big poofy bunny tail. I also secure it to the rattan with a dot of hot glue. This is how it turned out. I love it for Easter. If you'd like more creative Easter Dollar Tree DIYs, be sure to check out my YouTube channel at Crafty Beach. And until next time, happy crafting!